What is up, YouTube? This is Jay Lenz, aka Mrs. 901 Veteran. This is like the second time you've actually got to see my face, so maybe this time I get some views. I haven't done a video in quite a long time because nobody watches. Reason why I'm doing the video now is because there's this trend going on with the Yu-Gi-Oh players on YouTube, and it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! You for the Nation 21 Questions. This was actually started with my husband and I, good associate, G Hopper 85, and really cool dude. You know, we was watching his Yu-Gi-Oh channels for a while, and I think we had went to Edison YCS last year and finally got to meet him in Underworld 6667. Yeah, 6667. And these guys were really cool. So my husband did one and he passed it on to me, and I like answering questions, so this is why I'm doing it. Alright, so number one is, what is your name? My name is Jamelia Lindsay, aka Jay Lenz. You can pronounce my first name however you want. I don't even care anymore. Jamelia, Jamia, Jamila, I don't care. How old are you? I am 33. I'll be 34 this year. Yeah, I'm old. Sorry. Where are you from? According to my name, I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I stayed there for about 16.5 years. Then we moved to Jacksonville, North Carolina. Stayed there for about 13 years. Then me and my husband moved to Southern Maryland, to Lexington Park, Maryland, which is, so that's all I gotta say about that. What card shop do you represent or play at? I used to play at one called Aardvarks. It was in Lusby, Maryland. They shut down, and nice guy named Larry decided to take it over, and he transported it pretty much to Leonardtown, Maryland. It is Larry's Comics and Cafe. I don't play there. I go visit every so often, but my husband plays there, and he's a judge there. And when it was Aardvarks, I was a tournament organizer there. But now those days are gone for me. When did you first start playing Yu-Gi-Oh? It was May-ish 2003. My husband was not my husband at that time. He was my fiance, and he was over in Iraq. And I was bored out my mind frame. I had started playing DDR. I was trying to do any and everything I could to keep, to pass the time. And my play cousin comes over with this suitcase full of cards. And I'm like, why do you have a suitcase full of these cards? And he explains to me, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's a cool game, and they got the cartoon out, and you got to watch that, and we're going to play this, and I'm going to teach you how to play. And he taught me and my brother how to play, and we thought it was the coolest game ever. And then June, for my birthday, a friend of mine, we stayed up all night for one, because I think I was celebrating my birthday for like a week straight that year. And early that morning, we went to the hobby store, and he bought my first starter deck, which was Pegasus starter deck. The reason why I picked Pegasus is because it was purple, and purple's my favorite color. Let's see, how long have you played Yu-Gi-Oh? I've been playing since May, June 03. It's 2011, so about 7.5 years I've been playing. Who first introduced you to Yu-Gi-Oh? It was my play cousin Tarandy, like I said, with the suitcase. Thought he was Seto Kaba, and it just stuck. Excuse me. What was your very first deck? Besides the Pegasus starter deck, and I mean the original Pegasus starter deck, my first deck technically was the BLSCD, pretty much chaos build without the Barrel Dragon, the blowback. How about to say blow up dragon? No. Without the blowback, without the dark paladin and skill dark and skill white magicians. So it was just one light, one dark. Boom, blow it up, yada. Yeah, good game. um, see, I've had several decks after that, but that was the original deck that I played. What was the first hollow you ever pulled out of a pack? Me personally, I've never went out and bought packs on my own. Me and my husband are pretty much a team, and what he buys is pretty much is ours in the teams. The one instance that I can remember, the first hollow I can remember was we had bought MFC box in Jacksonville at the car shop there. And the next to last pack, or the last pack, was Dark Magician Girl. And we just was like, we went stupid. We was like, oh. And looking back, you thinking, what Dark Magician Girl does, and you're like, okay. I just thought it was cool funny that we just went ballistic over it, like we pulled a dad or something. Are you a part of a YuGiOh team? Technically, it's a yes and no answer, because I stopped playing YuGiOh because I have other things to do, and there's another excuse which you'll find out a little bit later. But my husband says I'm part of their team. It was EC Duel channel, but they lost a couple of guys due to schooling, and they're trying to figure out a new name. So we're open to suggestions. I'm like the team manager, so I'm the one that when we go out of town, I set up the hotel rooms, get these guys something to eat, take them there, and sometimes, I'm trying to think, the last 2 times I didn't, but other than that, if we go to the regionals in Rockville, I'm the bodyguard. So I know I'm a female, but don't underestimate this female. Let's see. Do you have any YuGiOh credentials? I do not. I've never topped anything except for I got second place in the local, and first place was my husband. So, and I tried very, 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 very hard to beat him, and I couldn't. So that is the only top that I've ever done. The last tournament I actually played in was the YCS in Chantilly, Virginia, last year, and I went terrible. I didn't even break even in that one. I know I had 2 and I want to say it was 2 and 6, and the 2 was 2 chairs. There was a point where I was like, X and 4 or 5. And it was funny because throughout the tournament when I was playing, I couldn't win. In between, my deck was just killing. What was I running? Plants. I was playing Giga. And this is like the first time I actually sat there and studied and play tested. And I've seen it played before I did. And it was like, I knew Giga in and out. And apparently at Chantilly, everybody else did as well. But there was this one guy, and I cannot remember his name. I wish I could. He had the same bad luck as I did, and we was sitting there after, I can't remember what round it was, but it was in between the rounds, and me and him both lost. So we sitting there just playing each other, and I am completely smashing him. Giga is in Lone Fire Blossom. All of it. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And we thought that it would be so funny that the next round that me and him was going to go up against each other. And we did. We start shuffling, and he gets a phone call, and his mom is outside waiting for him. He has to go. So I get the win. And that was my second win. I just wanted to share that with you because I thought it was just funny and ironic. And that just shows my luck for playing YuGiOh. Do you trade, sell, buy, play for cards? I do not. My husband does the trading and the selling and the buying. Well, we kind of do the buying for each other. Uh, I've never wanted to play for cards because of my bad luck. I wouldn't even want to play for a. I wouldn't even want to play for a painful choice. That's how bad my luck is. There's we used to well I used to watch the cartoon and yeah, the 5Ds, and there was this one episode I can't remember. They were trying to make this decision and they was like, let's do it for it, and all day I was just making fun of it. I was like, if we actually live like that to where all of our decisions were decided on dueling, I would lose all my decisions. That's how bad and unlucky I am. So I really wouldn't. I would like to try to play for a card just to see what'll happen. You know, that would be interesting for me. Do you remember your very first duel? Yes and no. I remember I played my play cousin because he was trying to teach us, but that's the only thing I can remember about that. The other duel that I remember was when we were trying to teach my husband. And like I said, we not that we were cheating, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. And we ended up beating him and beating him and beating him and beating him, and he got tired of it. He did his research, he started getting better cards, and we found out, hey, we really don't know how to play. We've been playing wrong, you know. There's like I was watching this one YouTube video, I can't remember the guy's name. You know, he was saying, you know, they were playing like how they play on the cartoon. You know, hey, blue eyes, all right, boom, no tributes. That's how we were playing. um, what was your? Oh wait, ooh, what is your most favorite slash signature card? I'm going to say Mirror Force. I am a trap happy person. I love traps. It's just the concept of traps. The Besides the last three formats, Mirror Force was the shit. It made people pretty much scared to attack because at that point in time there was nothing that you can do to stop a Mirror Force. You just shut the hell up and put your monster in the graveyard. That was that. So, Mirror Force is one of my favorite cards, signature cards. I got tons of them, and they're probably gonna be traps. But I'm gonna take a break, and it's gonna be part 2 to these. So, peace.